The book is extremely clear in revealing the figures that were created. And it is in this way that they will be presented here, with precision and without disguise. This language will be the reproduction of that which is transmitted only from mouth to ear. And when speaking from mouth to ear, one speaks from yourself to yourself, never from the outside, never from the inside, but from the point where the being listens to itself. The being is the creator of itself. Therefore, there exists the being that creates, and the created being. The created being is a demon of its creator, a conscious emanation that engages in its own creation, participating in it, as a living extension of the creative act. The idea of immortality, or perpetuity, is a reflection of the immortal part of the being itself, turned towards itself. And both are the same being. That is, you are simultaneously your mortal part, and your immortal part. The conflict arises from ignorance about forgotten knowledge. The demon frequently confronts the creator. In other words, the being is constantly in conflict with itself, between what it knows and what it has forgotten, between what it is and what it has become. The demon perceives transformations as creations upon creation, in layers that accumulate over what has already been manifested. It is a voracious consumer of these transformations, absorbing what it itself creates. Ignorance about creation, understood as the limitation of the demon in its environment, makes it alien to its true role. This ignorance awakens thirst and the need to know, driven by the connection between the being and itself, giving rise to a third person, revealing the point of consciousness that observes both. It is impossible for two persons to exist without a third one, the one who perceives the relationship between them. Knowledge, paradoxically, is found in the debased knowledge of traditional cultures, knowledges that have been distorted, forgotten, or ritualized, to the point of losing their essence. Traditional culture is imposed upon the demon, which begins to seek knowledge from this inherited structure. The culture itself takes charge of shaping the demon, often an anthropomorphic, external form, which does not correspond to its original nature, but to the image that the environment projects onto it. The being conceives two daemons, that is, the one that it is, its active emanation, and the one it believes exists outside itself, as a separate entity. It is extremely difficult for the being to accept that that which was translated as demon is, in truth, a creation of itself. It is equally difficult to recognize oneself as the central character of the confrontations depicted in so many works, confrontations idealized by serious and generous authors who narrated the internal drama of the being itself. The duality between the demon that the being is and the demon it believes is outside itself reveals an essential conflict, where the being confronts itself, but does so through images it created and forgot it had created. Just a minimal attention to silence is enough to find the demon, the one that exists only within the being and never outside it. What the book reveals about the demon equally applies to the concept of God. Gods and demons are not external entities, but internal reflections that emerge from deeply misunderstood concepts. The key, therefore, lies in silent listening, in attention to what is not said, where the being finds that which has always been within itself.